Come on, yeah. System tried to mess up on the other computer. That's why you gotta thank God for two. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes, I'm so blessed. Happy Wednesday. It's a great Wednesday. I see you, Miss Davis, all on time. Oh, it's a good day. I'm going to keep playing with the other one. I'm on Wi-Fi on this one. And when I'm on Wi-Fi, you just never know. So I want my regular one to come back up. But so far, so good. If it keeps doing this, we're going to be great. I just need somebody to put a little chat in there so I know that you can chat. Can't. Technology is so tiny on me. I don't know if it lets you until you come in on the screen on this other side. Oh, try it on your try it on your social media. We're talking about a mid-year check up. If y'all can see the top of my PC with all of these windows open on this laptop. Uh-oh. Look at this one. It's like acting like it wants to do something. I went in a store, a business the other day, and and the person at the front desk said, "Could you help me? Could you help me with this?" And I thought that was amazing that they knew that I'm in tech support. Look, Rita, I was like, why'd they choose me? I'm so lucky. So I said, certainly I can. And I was telling my daughter about it. She was like, why they choose you? I was like, I don't know. But I was on it. Reverend Bozeman, I was on it. I was like, let me do this. And I did the control alt delete and then I did the hard I had to do hard turn off, like when you really turn it off, system off and everything. And it kept getting the error message. And then I was like, okay, calm down. And then somehow I completely reset their computer. So why, hey, can I not do the same for my own? Right, Mr. Jones? So I was saying, I'm on, you can tell when I'm on a different computer and I'm not on the Ethernet. But the problem will be when I log this other one in, like, I wonder if it'll let me be on two windows. And then if you close that one down, did I tell you about the time where I closed, I thought I had closed out and then I went to the gym and this was still up. I was like, oh my, like, what if, like, I don't know if it was like really like just on an open space. So I don't know. So you can't play when you shut down. You better make sure you shut down. All of a sudden, everybody else in your house or something start walking by, and you still have your computer up. But yeah, this was not even thinking about it. So I'm gonna stop thinking about it. I'm just gonna focus, Queen Howard, on how much I appreciate you saying something on the chat so I can know that that is working well. I see y'all. I know that's right. We got Reverend Bozeman in his leisure suit tonight. I love it. It looks like he's like a billionaire because you are.
I am.
Are
I
exactly.
am indeed.
I don't know what I was thinking. Talking about looking like. Looking like. On a sad note, I had never the young lady that passed away, Jackie O, I had never heard of her before. It's really sad that when you hear about somebody because they passed away. But had you heard of her before, Mr. Jones? Do you know what we're talking about? He's like, yes, of course. I know all beautiful women. That's why you know me. That's why you know me, right? Say it. I'm telling you what to say. All you gotta do is repeat it.
Was this the track runner? Was she the track lady that was?
Yeah.
Okay. And was the complications due to her child?
No,
Yes.
no. That's not her.
That's not
Oh,
her. Oh, okay.
Tell her who it is, Mr. Jones. I was like, who they talking about? She wasn't a track runner. She was like a model.
oh.
Wasn't she a model? Yeah. But there was a track runner that passed away, but I forgot what her name was. She'd be like, "Don't you confuse me with this." Well, I can't say that. Both of them passed. Rest in peace. But they're definitely two different women. But I know what you're talking about. The track runner, she passed away a long time ago. They had the gold medal and everything.
Yeah, they found out there was something having to do with complications of her having had a child or something.
No, she was
Like,
still pregnant.
okay, I knew it was something like that. Okay.
And she just died because she was carrying a baby.
No, there was a complication with the baby, and she was alone,
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
and there was nobody there to help her.
Wow. That's sad. Yeah, and this one, see, Miss Davis, she just does whatever she wants. Ever since she went on that cross country motorcycle ride, like
Are
she
you
was
back
like,
from Columbus, Miss Davis?
I
yeah,
am back. I got back Sunday around 6:30. It was a great ride, about 1,300 miles in total. Um,
yeah. See, her head's not. See, it's not her head's not been right since. She getting people confused. She
well,
had,
let me tell you what's not confusing. I don't
yeah,
know
right.
if you guys were watching Channel 6. Did anybody see Channel 6 on Monday? If
The-
you
I-
do, if
just
you
say
have
yes.
not,
I hope they all did. Y'all
yeah,
did.
please go back and review it.
I just sent them the video with the invitation for tonight. You see, they
But
probably didn't even look.
did it have Channel 6 on it?
Yeah,
Okay,
didn't
did
it,
it have
Mr.
Channel
Jones?
6 on it? See,
I see. That's why he's muted because he said no. Like, I mean, how
I
do you even?
saw I saw the invitation for this. I didn't see.
the one for
I
Channel
didn't.
6.
Oh, but
Yeah, I
but
didn't
in the
scroll. I just
invitation for this,
okay.
yeah, it has like click here to watch this video from Channel 6 this week. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
but
I'll go back.
Reverend
I'll go
Bozeman
back.
and Mr. Jones, let me tell you, this is what I saw. I saw somebody sitting in a centerfold position,
I was not.
you know,
No,
wait a
no, it
minute,
wasn't.
trying to
Oh,
report some information about long-term care. I'm like, wait a minute, now this and that does not go together.
yeah. I,
All I could see
I
was
know.
thighs. I
Oh my.
saw thighs. I couldn't see anything else other than that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
wait a minute, what's going on
I'll
right here?
give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that because it was for the first time in my life. I got distracted by my own thighs too. I was like, oh my goodness. Because we usually sit up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up, my mom would always, y'all don't know if y'all saw that picture of my mother, but she was very slim, small legs, when she was young. So when I grew up, totally different with these big thighs. And my mother was not ready. She was like, oh my goodness, with a frown on her face. So my first thought was, oh my goodness, with a frown on my face. And I was like, you know what? Relax, relax, relax. Because
Yeah,
before it's all over, we're gonna be gone. And you are who you are. You are who
Yes,
you are. You got what you got, right? We got
that's
what you
but
it.
got.
yeah,
Yep.
she
Oh
was sitting in
Lord.
centerfold position. And I mean, with people, with viewers, you know, I'm like, how in the world are you explaining something?
Exactly.
A business of, of
I
this
was explaining
magnitude.
it. I was explaining it very well too. Y'all just y'all need to get a life. So that was me and that was us this week. And I was like, whoa, but when I was sitting there and I saw the monitor over in the corner, they looked twice as big. Like they just didn't look like they just looked like, oh my, because I don't wear stuff like that. No, wow. But I'm
Yeah.
glad
And she's going
I did.
you see what I'm saying? And she's
Because
over
this
here
could
talking about
be,
long-term health care.
oh,
Really? Seriously.
exactly. It's
To
just,
senior citizens in
yeah,
here. I ain't for real, y'all.
Miss Davis, you like, what's she really selling?
Yeah.
Exactly. Really selling health insurance. Look, black health, black wealth. Exactly. That's right there. Somebody getting ready for a track meet. But it was so. I mean, I literally heard my mother in my head like, "Big thighs, big legs, big legs." But I'm so glad I didn't tell her I was on Monday. She was look. She was like, "I saw you up there." Yeah. Oh, it would have been something. So no, but I told my track coach. I said, "Thanks for track. I really was. I was happy. I was happy. It is what it is. It is what it is." And I remember one time having a media consultant, and the oh she said, "I'm not gonna put that out there." I started to put that out there. Miss Daniels, you are so much. If he saw that, he would laugh at it. No, I really, that's my friend. He would like really, he'd be like, "JB, she crazy. Who this Miss Daniels?" So the so the I was just telling my track coach like I'm really grateful for running track, feeling more comfortable. And then there's this man, I think he's probably, he's definitely in his 70s, and he said, "You know what? I used to be the same way." He was like, "I wouldn't wear shorts. I wouldn't wear shorts. I was like, my legs are too small," and he's been running like forever. So it was good to like see like there's people who won't wear shorts because their legs too small. I won't wear shorts because I feel like my legs too big, and that's something. So we got to get past it because the person that I was talking about, um, she actually passed away during plastic surgery.
Ooh.
Getting something called mommy makeover, and the plastic surgeon has a lot of complaints against him, so they're thinking speculating that may be the cause of death, for her. But the people who are complaining, they're blessed that they live to talk about it, because if that's what happened. But Kanye West's mother passed during plastic surgery.
Mm.
The
No, was this
so
lady like down in Mexico somewhere or like in some back room or
No, she
something?
was in L.A.
But she
Okay.
was I think she was in Miami. The guy was, I think, or she lived, yeah, because she grew up in LA. But I think she was in Miami. She went to Miami to have the surgery. You see that? Let's say that. But yeah, but it definitely wasn't out of this country. Somewhere between LA and Miami. Beautiful. Someone else said she was in Miami. Yeah.
Mhm.
Beautiful girl. I had not I think she was a comedian because they say that she and her boyfriend met on that Nick Cannon comedy show. But that's more of an argument for it's good when we can use sports to improve something that you might not like about yourself, because I definitely thank God for using sports, because I could take the same money that I use in personal training, and track meets and stuff like that, and use it on surgery. But I'm choosing to do it this way. And no, I think that we don't encourage each other enough to fall in love with the process of self-improvement. No, and I think that, young people feel very pressured that they have to be perfect, right after childbirth and things. And it's really sad that that we live in such a superficial society. Y'all agree?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's the men's fault. No, but I think that sometimes that we do think that
Well, my
men are
wife was complaining today that the cost of a woman going out the door is much higher than for a man, because
or just living. She's saying just living as a
yeah,
woman is so expensive. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
because a man
Yep.
can walk out the door and run his fingers through his hair, and he's cool.
Yep. Yep.
Whereas a woman would be terribly criticized.
And the guys now are doing things to make themselves more high maintenance.
Yeah.
And if a woman does things to make herself more low maintenance, she's criticized. Like, this is my natural hair. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody out there who doesn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
Hmm.
oh gosh, I don't like that. She should have a weave in. She should put that weave. So then that takes sometimes it ruins your natural hair, and then you end up with the alopecia problems like Jada was talking about. But like that we're doing it because obviously people react to it. It must be when men must like it. They wouldn't do it. I don't think women would do it if men weren't liking them.
Yeah.
You see Andrew. Look at Weeda.
Well,
You see them, Mr.
sometimes,
Jones.
Going out broke down, I can tell you may work to your advantage, because like this, like one day I was going to the gas station and I was buying some gas, but I had a bunch of pennies I wanted to get rid of. So I was at the counter counting my pennies. I think somebody thought I didn't have enough money to put in the tank. So he gave the cashier $20 extra to give to me to put in my tank. I don't know who the person was, but the cashier came. He says, there was a customer that wants you to have this $20 bill to put in your tank because, he saw you counting out pennies. But it was $30 I was buying, and then of gas, and then like maybe 80 pennies. So I kind of like started going out broke down more often to see if I could get the same bill. And one day I was in the grocery store. I was only buying one banana and one orange. And I started, scrambling for money, for my change in my pocket. And the lady behind me, she said, "Hey, let me just take care of that for you." And I was dressed the same way I am now. I said, well, you know what? I need to go out more like this because it's far more beneficial.
Yeah, but for Black people, it doesn't matter how much money we have or perpetrate like we have. People still don't see us as having anything, generally, most of the time, no matter what. It's been like that for me.
JB, you may care, but I kind of don't care. And I want you to see that. That's what I want you to see. I want you to.
That's right.
Yeah, I want it to look like that. Because if I didn't, I would do better. But that's what I wanted to look like.
Yeah. Because I had to finally take my vehicle back to the car dealership where they charged me to pay for all the parts. And I asked them, why did I have to pay for all the parts up front? Because that's not the norm. And then I wrote a letter to the general manager about it also. He didn't respond at all.
Mm-hmm. But you know why you had to pay for those parts up front.
Oh, exactly. Because of, you know what I mean? No matter what, they don't think we have the money. Yeah. Somehow we're going to rob them. I'm surprised they didn't make me pay for labor up front when I dropped it off. The lady, and then when they took my money, bought all their parts, then they never called me to tell me all my parts were there. So when I went up there and the lady said, oh yeah, all of them are here. I said, you said you were going to call me when they were all here. They don't say sorry. Mm-hmm. But so then I go back to drop it off. And I go, why didn't the general manager go up to the front? And I said, general manager never called back regarding my complaint. And then they were like, I don't know. He probably ain't even get it. I'm telling you, talking just like that. He probably didn't get it. He was on vacation that week. And then he goes to 7 different locations. We have 7 different locations. He's the general manager of all the locations. I said, okay. And then so the shuttle guy, no, these are all white people. The shuttle man is a Black man, and his task is to bring me back to my office. So he walks up and he says, I'm talking. about I want to talk to the general manager. And the black man says, "Are you ready to go?" I said, "I just want to try to talk to the general manager about the service issue that I'm having. Is there someone waiting? Is there anyone else?" No, no, but I just have some other things I want to do today.
Oh
I said,
wow.
all right, give me 1 second. So then I finished that, and then the service manager comes up, and I said, you know, I don't know what's going on here, and I don't, feel comfortable about this. The general manager hasn't even, tried to make contact or talk to me about the service issue that I have, and this is getting worse. That black man said to me, to his manager, "Massa, I don't feel I don't feel comfortable taking her back to her office, Massa." Basically, that's basically what he said in Richmond, Virginia. I said, "What did you say?" "Have a good day." That's what that black man said to me. So the manager, I felt like Fannie Lou Hammer. I said, that boy was in that jail cell beating that woman. I know he was. That is in his DNA. That man is a descendant of the men that beat Fannie Lou. I know it.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
said, why would you tell me to have a good day when you're doing this, brother? I don't even get it. I ain't say brother, because he's not a brother. So then I just, try to be cynical. Like he just like wanted to make sure he communicated to them that he was on their team. I'm not taking her. And I said,
JB, you
I
could have
said,
easily kind of pulled him over to the side and had a sister brother conversation with him where they weren't necessarily in earshot and really told him that house in mentality, you need to dump that. Yeah.
oh, they
You know
can't
what I mean?
dump that. If I had tried to talk to that man, he might have peed on his pants.
He may have needed to.
He peed on his little pants in the depends. He is a trip. I was sad. I'm just saddened in 2023
Hmm.
at the level of service. And then when he did that, I'm telling you, that was like borderline, like there's no hope. Thick
Wow.
man, thick black man. It's not like I could have beat him, even if I tried. Anybody that should have been threatened would have been me.
Hmm.
I'm not. Look. So the manager said, "Look." So then the manager is going to save the day. "Well, you know what, Miss Kizzy? I will get you, I will get you a rental car. I'm gonna get you a rental car, Miss Kizzy. You want a rental car? No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." Even I started talking like that probably. I's fine. I's fine. I's walk. It's only about 10 miles, stuff. I's walk. I didn't mean to talk back.
Oh my God.
That's what you need to do. Get on down there. So yeah, I called, but I'm telling you, we have not come as far as some of us think we have come. And I'm glad I know that I haven't. I know that I haven't. I'm telling you, I know that there all we can do is pray to
Uncle
God every
Ruckus.
day. What did somebody say? Somebody said I was telling someone about the story, and she said, "Lord, I'm gonna go get my reparations right now." I said, "Ain't no way the reparations should go to that brother." I'm gonna give I'm gonna give his reparations to a nice white person. You ain't getting nothing. You no. Oh my God. I said, no, I don't need a rental car. I'll call Uber. That's because if I get a rental car, I'll never get back to work. Because then I got a good rental person got to come pick me up, take me back to their store. When it was under warranty, that's what we used to do. And I was like, nah, too much time wasted. All I got to do is get to my desk. A trip. But I'm
My
gonna tell you,
goodness.
we are in an environment where service is horrible. A client today in her 80s, and she was like, "Why do I have to fight all the time?" And before I even brought the story, she said, "I fight all the time. I feel like I have to fight all the time." That is so horrible. That's, you're telling me that things aren't going to get better? That all we have to do to look forward to is, more horrible. And then I went on the internet, on their website, people everywhere. They don't even discriminate with their sickness. They were doing this to white people. They were like, now it's just a matter of intellect. Like, I called a product and I said, the client received this particular letter and it had these forms with it. Could you pull up that? Because it's not downloading for me. And they said, oh, yeah, this is a product. And so she only had one page, but they sent the client 4 pages. And I said, I really have a problem with that. Because if you have exactly what the client was sent, then you don't. So what if I wasn't here to explain this to the client? Like, you know what I mean? You're the product. You have her money. It's there. I'm there in between. Y'all are supposed to be doing this. Right. And that girl act just like she didn't understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to say it real slow. If you scan in what you sent to the customer, scan it all in. How hard is that? Oh, we only scanned in the cover letter. That doesn't make any sense.
Nope. But we live in a world now where clerks have to have pictures on the cash register because they don't know how to make change.
That's so sad.
It's very sad.
That's so
Yeah.
sad. But it's like, I like some. I mean, and I'm just saying, like, I was like in a huge argument for 2-3 days with family members about empathy. That this guy, like that guy that's the shuttle driver, who didn't empathize with what I was going through.
No.
So he just decides that we got Black people at a point in their career who think that they don't have to empathize with other Black people or other people in general. That they don't have a responsibility to God, and they're the first people to go into church. So what are you doing? Well, if I speak in tongues, I get into heaven. That is freaking ridiculous.
Mm.
So all God requires of you is to speak in tongues, and you're getting in, but you can be mean and not take a lady on the shuttle, and you can not give people a place to live, and you can walk past the homeless man because you think you know exactly what he's going to do with it. And you think, when you think this, what in the world? That is the state of our economic situation. That don't even open the Bible unless you really gonna live it. Because it says that we're supposed to take care of the least among us. I have a responsibility. I don't even see how, like, you could go to work and do your work, and then you can't empathize with your customers that you're put there to serve. That's the worst part about it. When I see things, I saw this advisor at this major firm, and he stole money from people, and the reporter was trying to get people to empathize by saying that it was one of the women was a single parent, and one person was a widow, and that he had taken all these millions of dollars. And I was like, he might as well forget it. People don't care. They just like, good, he ain't take mine. Oh, not my problem. We got to get the heart back, because I truly believe that the Federal Reserve is going to do what it said it's going to do. It said I'm not going to increase interest rates now, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it later. If somebody's going to sit out there and get all excited because they didn't, interest rates are flat, and somebody's going to call them and they go, well, you need to buy something right now because not right now, now, because the
Get a
interest
loan.
rates are down and they're going to go up later. Well, don't you realize that if they're going to go up later, then you don't need to have any debt balances.
Mhm.
You live based on what you did yesterday and months ago. We're not living today on today's decisions. We're living today on, the decisions we made a long time ago.
That's right.
Right, right? When you 80, you living off 60. When you 60, you living off 40. Mm. And that people keep thinking about in their 20s, oh, my career, my career, my career. But the 20s, that's when they really need to be thinking about their health, their health, their health. Because you can't just get another radiator for your body. Well, we coming in like, when people think they can, but everybody I know that's had a transplant, it doesn't work exactly the same as the original.
Right. Everybody's different.
Right? Right? My little,
Everybody's different.
I know, my little fuel pump that they're gonna put in, probably not even gonna be as good as the first one. A car.
No, we're dealing with planned obsolescence. So they build it to break down.
Mm, mm, mm.
So you have
Yeah. I know they're probably looking at me like, you supposed to trade this thing in here by now anyway. You getting on our nerves.
yeah.
Look, this is the guy's solution, the service manager's solution. I'll give you the money back for the parts. I'm gonna say, boy, if you don't fix this car, that is not the moral of this story at this point. Right
But
now, it's about y'all better get this car fixed right
you didn't
now.
have anybody from like somebody that have told somebody from the service department over in the sales department, why don't you guys speak to her to see if she wants to trade this car in? Nobody ever had asked you that while you were there? That
Girl,
was supposed to take place.
if you saw my face when I'm in there, and one salesman said something today, and he was talking about he was the one that gave me the lecture about the general manager had 7 stores and this and that. I was like, and looked at him and he said, well, I'm in sales. I was like, well, then you stop talking then. Just going. I don't understand why you're in this conversation. Anybody else that will come at me after they saw what I did to that man, they good. Come at me trying to buy. Now, are you crazy? You think I buy something from here? That's what I put on their website. I was like, so I was going through everybody who complained about them, and this one guy was like, Lord, they don't even, you come in, you try to make something, they try to charge more than auction, or they won't even give you as much as auction when you trade your car in and this and this and that. I said, well, lucky. No, I don't say luck. I said, good for you, because at least you didn't buy from them. I made a comment on everybody who complained back to like 2017 after I made my own comment.
Do you have to go back again?
I
Or
don't
you
understand how they could still have like a Google 4.4 star.
Do you have to go back again, or are you totally done?
Yeah, because then they called and they said, we didn't finish it today.
Oh.
So I said, well, it needs to be finished tomorrow. I need my car tomorrow. She said, well, then, look, here they go with the whole rental car again. I don't want no damn rental car. They're thinking, well, she got this old ass car. She should be happy. She should be happy with this rental car. I want my car.
Now, don't be surprised if another sales guy doesn't approach you and say, hey, you want to trade this in? Somebody that you didn't see or you've never
Exactly.
seen.
I would love to see him have that much nerve. I don't even see it. The only person that had nerve to talk to me was this Asian gentleman. And he said, would you like me to make a copy of the letter that you're leaving? I said, because he said, I was not brought up like this. I understand exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
very
said,
nice.
Thank you. I said, thank you. You know, I mean, he was like, why? But he sits there and he looks at them do that to people all day. That was like when I was in the Delta airport and this white guy walked up to me. He said, Rebecca has been torturing people for the last hour. It was like, sometimes you just need to know, like, that is it me or is it, and I really appreciate that because Black people, I don't know what's up with us. But we will stand there and let you think that you the only one, even though they were a whole bunch of Black people that were standing there seeing Rebecca torture people. None of them said it, but this nice white man said, she has been torturing people forever. They lucky. They lucky that I have a DNA preference for Black men. Because I'm telling you, I have met some nice white men in my lifetime. I'd be like, happy. There'd be, I don't know, it wouldn't be AfroEconomics, would it? It would be, it would be, it would be all economics. He would be like, yeah, baby, call it AfroEconomics, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna promote it. I'm gonna push it, push it. He'd be like, my wife owns AfroEconomics. He would not wake up one day and just leave me. He would just support me. Mr. Jones is like, JB, you make me sick. Believe me, he would not. It would be right there. He would have gone and got that general manager for me. He's like Zach, get him. I'd be like,
Yep.
I'd be like, I got a white man at home. I'm coming back. You just wait. You just wait. I have my own. They would be like, what? Yes, I do. That's funny. I'll bust up in there. Tell him. Man. Yeah, I tell you though, I could not believe what that brother said. I don't feel comfortable taking her back to the office. I was like, me? I'm Rosa Parks. I'm fighting for your rights, brother. He said, I don't want to take her. I don't know where she go, but she ain't coming with me. She's in
Yeah,
a
he's a
bad.
throwback.
Oh my goodness, he needs to be thrown back. Look, that would have been funny though if I said I'm Rosa Parks. What? You say that to me?
Yeah, he's a throwback.
I stood outside of this dealership with a sign trying to get you this job, boy. Do you understand? I slept on the lawn of UVA in a shanty.
You don't recognize me? I'm Rosa Parks, bitch. No.
Thank you. I'm gonna spank you. Where's your mama? Where you live? Look, his mom probably be like, I know. He do whatever they tell him. Whatever they tell him. I said, well, girl, I know. Exactly. That's all right, because I'm going home. Get mine. We are bad. But I would tell you I kind of had positive expectations for the economic movement out of when I said, well, when the Fed says that they're not going to increase interest rates, certainly, everything is going to happen positively. That's why you never know, and you got to be in your investments for the long term, Mr. Jefferson. Because it just said, well, I guess they kind of stole their own thunder, because when the Federal Reserve said we're not increasing interest rates right now, but we're going to do it later this year, a couple times, that was kind of ignorant. I'd rather them just go ahead and do it. You just go ahead and do it.
I heard today they said next month they're going to do
Next month. I heard next month too.
it.
That's just stupid. A couple times. And the next time,
And I think it's 2% next month.
And then it'll be, that's ignorant. That would be ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm driving my old car. That's why they better fix it. Don't, I mean, because all of this is based on their desire to stop us from buying things. But most people aren't buying things. Did you hear that it's like the grown folk, like people, retired folk that are spending all the money?
Oh, really?
They said the young people came out this week. It was like the young people, this the baby boomers that are spending all this money going crazy.
Hmm.
And they're gonna increase y'all Medicare. Y'all gonna stop. Yeah, just keep on spending like that and see if they don't increase the Medicare premiums. They go, if you got all that money,
That's
y'all keep
amazing.
y'all keep
Because
going
I
on all
saw a
them
headline
cruises.
today that said the groceries had grown up again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I don't need it. We don't need food. We're gonna have a good time. But like one thing, and I really mean this seriously, I think that it's a bad habit for some people to focus too much on the future, that they're not taking care of their right now. Well, like I see a lot of people who will like increase the money that they're putting away for retirement, but not pay down their current debts. So it's like the current debt situation will make you sick. There is a direct correlation between high debt and and high debt to income ratios, and high BMIs and
Hmm.
blood pressure. And if we look deep enough, probably to heart attacks, because the stress of living above your current means, that is going to deteriorate your health for a long time. So it's going to cost you more at retirement time because of the health issues that you didn't prevent. Like we talk a lot about, like, at that in the interview this week about, oh, healthcare expenses are really, big, that healthcare costs a lot, blah, blah, blah. But the healthcare costs a lot because of, things that people aren't taking care of. Like, like not taking the walks, not getting the debt in control, not taking time for your children and cooking the meals, but actually picking up carry out, which seems like an easy fix, but it's expensive and it messes up your health.
Mm-hmm.
I think the carry out, like my grocery bill today was like $250. The carry out would be like $30,
Right.
but then $30, and then $30, and then $30, and then $30, and then $30. And if it's for two people, $50, $60, $60, $60. So it doesn't feel like $250 because you took it, you know what I mean, over these days. But the food, like buying the groceries and taking the time to cook, would just benefit you holistically. It's compounding return on taking the time to cook, take the food, take your lunch from the groceries that you cook. Don't go out to lunch every day. And then, don't feel guilty for taking care of your current life. Don't focus so much on the future that you're not taking care of today. Because your future is made by today. Everything that we do today determines our future. Don't you look at it like when you look at your, you know what I mean, your present? Our future is our future present. It's our, what I'm saying? It's gonna be our present now. And people, like I was reading something, someone was saying, oh, Don Lemon. And Don Lemon was like, I regret nothing and none of the decisions that I've made. I am happy. Y'all are more worried about me than I am. I'm good. I was like, good for him. It was like, good. And that's the way we need to live, because he can say that because, you make whatever, such and such a million a year. Do you know how many multi-millionaire income people still are broke? How
Mm-hmm.
many superstars we have that have made all this money, enough to have lived 3, 4, 5 lives and still die broke?
Mm-hmm.
Once we realize that our joy doesn't come from our money, there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of money and are very happy and didn't have to have an argument, with their siblings most of the weekend about empathy.
Yeah, well, the
No,
problem is most people expand their living standard to fit their new incomes.
every time.
Yeah.
Every time they get a bonus and they get another car. They get this and they get another, they buy something else. Oh, I got to take a trip. Look, they get the most stressful job in the world. Then they go through a divorce and they're making all their money. But then all of a sudden, you don't want your woman no more. You don't want your man no more. They not good enough because I got all this money. I want somebody to match my stat. Sad. That's going to cost you big time. No, like and you can't ever, take a break. If somebody told me last year that I was going to go to track practice on Tuesday and Thursday nights and Sunday afternoons, I wouldn't have believed them. I was like, nah, I work late every night. Every night. Every night. Even on Friday, I worked. But if I didn't do track on Tuesday and Thursday, I would have worked, like it's nothing every night of the week. And I thought I had to do it. You don't have to do that. I mean, you can just easily live, your whole life worried and then just die, fall over and die. I really worry, I hope that young lady, on Mother's Day that had someone was saying about that on some reporter that on Mother's Day, she said that the thing I enjoy the most out of everything that I do is my children.
Wow.
They'll never get to know her like they deserve.
None at all.
Wow. It's so beautiful. Like that I saw this picture one time and there was this lady and she was in a wheelchair. It was like a cartoon. And the lady in the wheelchair was looking in the mirror, and in the mirror, she saw this ballerina. And they said the only thing that matters is how you see yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And we can continue to tell ourselves, I know so many people that have a lot of money, but they're convinced they're broke. They're convinced they don't have enough. They're convinced it's not going to work. They're convinced it, like a lady told me today, and she was like, I'm glad I took this job because when I was working my business, I just didn't know. I just did not know sometimes I didn't make as much money. It's talking to me. I've been an entrepreneur 30 years. Like, and she was saying it to me like that has not been my life. Like, she said, so that's why I had to take the job. But the reason I never took a job is because I knew it would take away from my tomorrow. My short-term desire to have the security, I replaced that. I created the security by stop buying shit. You don't have to have the new car. You don't have to have the car payment. You don't have to have all these clothes all the time. You don't have to do, you don't need to, you don't have to be go. Vacation to me, a real vacation to me, and I'm telling you, just thinking about it brings tears to my eyes, is to be sitting next to someone I love on a porch drinking lemonade. And to look in his eyes and he really liked me, really liked me. He ain't got to love me, but really liked me. Do you know how hard that is to find? And somebody just, that's JB. That's it. That's enough. I ain't got to go to Dubai. I ain't got to go to Jamaica. Nothing. You know, you see that there's, people like, oh, this is, if I had this, oh, I would be so happy, blah, blah, blah. I would say, no, no, no. And then it might not be my vision, but generally, your happy is not going to come from money. No. I'll say, my greatest achievement is that my daughter likes me as a human being. She knows that I'm honest, trustworthy. If I tell her I'm doing something, I'm doing it. I've never kept any secrets. She knows the worst and the best of me. And she still likes and loves me. That's my greatest achievement. And we worry about this other stuff. It steals all our life from us. Like, it's just so sad. But but we're at the middle of 2023, and we can change things. We can change things. Things that I do want us to look at is, what our statements have to get organized at this point. And I just love, that the membership and using the secure portal, we have the cloud file cabinet, really helps with you being able to give me the statements of the current, because at the end of this month, you're going to get the end of the second quarter, and you can give me the statements from work that I wouldn't see. I'll see my own stuff, the stuff that you have where I'm managing, but the other things that secure portal that, is included, it's for you to communicate securely, things you want me to look at. We need to be doing, just analyzing, your savings, making sure that you have enough savings, making sure, one member asked me about, her husband lost his job, laid off, and then now, a couple months later, they're telling her that her job is going to be ending.
Ooh.
And I was like, you know what? We have time. We have time to, figure out some things. But a lot of times, at times like that, is when you can make the most financially devastating mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
People just, say, well, if I do this, then, yeah. And then, hey, we could be working on the next position. I really think that I can really help members more with that, finding jobs and starting businesses and transitions. And because I come up with some, really good ideas when we spend time together. And that's why our meeting time is good. And the reason I know that I come up with good ideas is because Mr. Jones told me.
Well,
Exactly.
too many people would work jobs just for the money.
That's right.
And so losing the job is actually a blessing in disguise, because then they have to change direction.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. It keeps you motivated on. I can't remember a time where, knowing that you have to pay your bills wasn't motivating. when you have like a, your own business, you gotta get out. If you once you dial in that I'm not gonna go and take the easy way out. I'm gonna do this thing. Every day you're gonna get up and you're gonna be at it. You don't have this where, your assistant didn't come in, so you're not gonna return calls, you're not gonna answer phone, you're not gonna do any of your appointments, you're not going so and so. It's like you are going to be motivated. If you're not motivated like that, you need to do like the member was saying, where she took the job, and worked her business. Then you're gonna have to do that. because you got to be a successful entrepreneur. You need to be getting your faith, your motivation, your strength from a very special place. That's what I would say, that we live, entrepreneurs are in a matrix. And like in the movie, like in just a, we're floating on a very special energy. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Yes, that's why Mr. Jones is like, well, that's why you should be doing noon on Fridays, damn it. Do it.
Get out of my
I
head.
know.
Get out of my
Exactly, exactly.
head.
I know you too well, right? Exactly. Well, if you really feel that way, then why did you stop? But like, I wish I could get more of us to be motivated like you are about it. Y'all, Reverend Bozeman, and I know, Rita, once, she goes into her next chapter, she gonna be the same way. Just excited about it, like about life and about, these new ideas. I think that people retire, especially our community, because of our experience at work. We're much less likely to be the boss. So we retire way before Warren Buffett. He almost 90. He chilling. Look at Trump, loving it, loving the game. I mean, it's like, look at Biden. Biden's older, right? Like, so that they are having a good time. They are literally having the time of their life. Trump has never been so arrested in all his life. He should be a hip hop artist. Trump, like, what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, get arrested right before your album release. Get your name out there. It's a Trump, man. Everybody picking up your album. You're like, look, I wrote these lyrics when I was locked up for 5 minutes. They were taking my fingerprints and stuff. They were just done. That would be so funny. Like Trump. But people, they playing though, but people starting to feel sorry for him. And you don't want people to feel sorry for Trump. Low. He gonna get more votes. Some. We're gonna have our first president that was a felon. Trump's gonna change the whole game. I don't understand why we cannot have a felon for president. Me and Martha are the ticket. Wouldn't there be something? Trump and Martha Stewart.
All right.
Running for president and vice president.
Let's not joke now, because
Martha would be like, yes, we need to be more liberal with this. He said, don't joke. I know, wouldn't it be funny? And they soundbite me. Trump and Martha Stewart. And look, Martha be going around with her bikini on. Trump be like, that's how we do it. That's how we roll. Go, Martha, go. That's my type. That's my type. Y'all know that's my type. Woo! We need to laugh more. Life is good. So check in on your financial goals. Check in on your investments. Let's look at that. Let's look at, the goals. But I'm always, talking about, your goals. But we got to look at the goals holistically and do a better job at that. You want to retire at a certain age, make sure that you're taking care of yourself as you get to that age. I don't like it when you retire and pass away. I don't like that.
No.
I prefer that you still be working than to retire and die soon after. We have to figure out, and it's not easy, we have to figure out how to take care of ourselves during the process. Part of that whole goal is not letting your retirement money be eaten up by health issues. So we need to be really careful and conscious of that. So know that if you have some health things, I do have the health and wealth membership so that we can, work on those. Like doctors sell that surgery, taking the surgery and you lose like 30, 40 pounds, or that's all they can guarantee. I can show you how without surgery, you could, I've lost well over 50 pounds and haven't had to cut anything. Thank God. And y'all have just seen me do it. Y'all see me do it. Like, like you said like that. Like I saw this some podcast guy who was like, he did fitness coaching and he was like, it's like I show people pictures of what I can do and have done. And I was like, that is so true. I don't use myself as an example enough because I literally don't like before pictures. If I showed y'all before pictures, y'all be like, I did not look at JB like that. I didn't think she was that big. Because what? Because I just kind of gradually melted down. But if I showed you a picture for like last year this time, or a couple months before that, oh my goodness, you'd be like, what? I never thought about that. Like, and so all we got to do is change things, change so we can grow. And that's it. No magic, and no magic to it. It's just getting a team together. And I'm on your team. So check the goals. Let's look at the investments. Let's, consider saving more. At the same time, I can't easily say that. Like if you're just, reading an article, they're going to say, Susie Orman or something, save more. How much have you saved? Where I look at you realistically, I want to know how much you've been spending. I want to look at the credit report. What's up with that balance? Why do you have 50,000 in credit card debt? You know what I'm saying? I want to look at that. You're just making yourself feel good because you're putting more money in the retirement account. Meanwhile, the retirement account is making 10% maybe, and your credit card is charging you 18%, charging you. So you're losing money, even though you think you're saving more. I need to look at that. I need to see what's going on for you. So everything we discuss is like generic. Yeah, I want you to save more. Hey, yeah, we're halfway through the year. How much are you saving? Blah, blah, blah. But also, what are you spending? And how much is it costing you? Y'all get my point?
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Yeah. And then like cause we get the expenses down. Shoot, we've done a lot. When's the last time that you looked at your insurances, life insurance, disability insurance? I was thinking the other day, I was like, I never really talked to y'all about, but like the Aflac is bullshit. I need to make sure that y'all know that. Like our people are all up on Aflac. All they need is a good disability policy. Aflac is forced. That company is making so much money on on selling people on getting some protection if you get cancer. Don't you realize that any disability policy that will cover you for any disability, it'll cover if you get hit by a truck. The Aflac cancer policy is not going to cover you if you get hit by a truck. It's for if you get cancer. So you better get cancer when you get hit by the truck. Because you realize like when you get disability to pay if you get disabled, if for your car. We go in these dealerships and they want to sell stuff. So they selling disability for your car. So what are you gonna do to pay for your house, pay for your rent, pay for but you're paying for the car? Disability coverage is what is needed. Not all the specific narrow down, only cover you under a particular circumstance, blah, 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 only $15 a month, da, 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 da. You know, you get what you pay for. It's only $15 a month or $20 a month for a reason. Let me show you the fine print. Sometimes the people, I show them the fine print on some of the stuff that they're buying, and they're like, Lord, I'm just throwing yes. Well, it's only $20. Okay. Well, give me that. Sign up. Oh, it's not. It's not just 30 when it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? He's a human being. You just sending them money. I'm a human. Oh my goodness. Isn't that something? You think about it. Think about it. That's right. Queen Howard says it said staycation. And my final is of course, my favorite, we got to keep tax planning. And that's how I was saying about the, you know, when you lose a job, in between jobs and things, if we do the wrong thing, it can create huge tax consequences. No, when some people, every time they switch a job, they spend their money. They don't even talk to me about a rollover. They don't even want to talk about it. They just spend the money. No, it's time. It's time. It's time to look at all of these things. Let's look at the investments. Let's look at your savings. Let's look at your emergency fund. Let's look at your tax situation right now, how it is. Let's look at your job security. Let's look at the business if you own your own business. How is the business cash flow and everything. One of our members today, we were talking. And she was showing me some information that she received from the city where her business is located. And we really got some things accomplished. Like, we can do this. But you deserve to have a team player, right? We deserve it. We're just not used to it. We're just not accustomed to having an advisor. We're accustomed to always being just sold something. You know, maybe one day we will need to buy something. And I hope that you will buy it from me. But the point of AfroEconomics is to get you organized on all things and then figure out what you need to buy first. If you need to buy anything. A lot of times it's just learning, making sure that you're maximizing what you already have. Or don't even know what you have, Lord, right? Don't even know. Well, y'all the best. I never got the big one up, but we did it and the Wi-Fi stayed intact with this computer, so that's a good thing. If you have any questions, y'all make sure y'all email me. I see Mr. HOA out there. Maurice HOA Jefferson. I love y'all. Love you, Reverend Bozeman. Love you, Mr. Jones. And last and certainly least, I love you, Weeda.
I love you too.
I love you too, JB.
Love you all.
You better get that boost up. Get you a real bike.
Oh, I know what I wanted to pick on with you. Wait a minute, hold up. You said this on my Facebook. You said, you carry.
Oh my God! All that stuff you had. You got bags on your bike. Then you had another bag on the bike. I said that is so inappropriate.
That was one bag for my rain suit that I did need.
Look like a girl. Look like a girl.
There was a bag for my rain suit.
You had 2 bags on your bike and a bag in it. I was like, Lord, you brought I would have said, lady, you brought the whole house.
No.
All I need is 3 pair of underwear to go to Ohio.
No. Let me see you leave out of here like that.
Look, and I'm going to put all 3 of them on. And just take a pair off on the inside. Get back up the next day.
Yeah, let me see you leave. Let me see you leave
Virginia.
Virginia.
My last pair of underwear, I got to go home. They were like, What you gonna wear tomorrow? I got it on. I got on clean underwear. You know what your
Yeah,
mom
right.
said? Girl, you better have on some clean underwear. And you can wash them in the sink if you got to stay a 4th day.
I prepared very well for this. Very
Yes,
well.
you did. Yes, you did. I should have put it. But look at her up there in that yellow dress, girl. Look at you. Look at you. There's Weeda. You be good. You might as well go back to that. You ain't no real biker. Yes, you are. I'm just joking. You rode them 1,300 miles, girl.
I
Mad
did.
respect.
I did. It was good.
Mad respect.
It
Mad
was good.
respect. Mad respect. Exactly. Haters try to hate, but I love you too much. I got to tell the truth. You
All
good.
right.
All
Love you
right. Y'all
too.
be good.
See you guys
Bye.
Friday.
Take
Bye.
Mr.
care.
Jones, set
All
your
right.
clock.
Exactly.
Set your clock for 9.
Exactly. 9 a.m. You
Set
never
my clock
know.
for 9.
Yeah,
9
tune in
a.m.
Friday.
Exactly, because I'm doing full. I'm wearing shorts. So we're gonna have we should have a bathing party, a bathing suit party, a pool party.
I don't know about that.
Yo, you shut up. We're having a pool party. Mr. Jefferson's coming. That's right. Because he loves me. Thank you, Mr. Jefferson. Mr. HOA said we can have a pool party if we want to.
All right.
See y'all
All
later.
right.
Good
Good
night.
night,
Good
all.
night.
If
Good
you want to
night.
come to the pool party, you got to join AfroEconomics. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.